All right, we'll start with Jonathan Murphy. We'll go straight to questions.
Jonathan, Jeremy with Impact Media. First of all, congratulations on the win. And secondly, when coach decides to put you into the game, what were you seeing out there, and how were you able to get 100 yards in the air and on the ground and keep pushing this team forward?
This is what we work in practice. Me and Tommy, we split a lot of reps. Everybody's, just focused in. We carry the motto in our room, prepare like a starter. And that goes from 1 through 4 on the depth chart. So, it's just about being prepared. And, my old line, of course, they have my back like always. So, having them there, just keep me up, of course, always help me. So.
This is Henry Queen from the HAC. Were y'all able to? One second, I have a question right now. Let me.
Oh, good.
Anything else for Jonathan?
Yeah, I'll jump back in real quick. What are you guys going to take from this battle? Because today was a battle. Charleston Southern kind of made a run on you guys late. What are you guys going to take from this and move forward so you can kind of keep the train moving?
With us, we always looking to improve. So I think for this, the biggest thing we can learn is just we can't relax. We were up kind of big late, and we kind of took our foot off the gas. That's when they started to make their run. That's on both offense and defense. So, when we come to practice, it shows up in practice. Sometimes we don't finish practice. We end up getting sloppy near the end. So we just got to, carry it over to practice.
All right, anything else for Jonathan? All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Bryson Armstrong here. We'll go straight to questions.
Yeah. Hey, Bryson. So, you had a big day on the defense, but how were y'all able to, or what were the reasons behind, I guess, them getting back into the game later on in the second? Were you able to hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. We kind of let him hang around, come back in the second half. It would have been nice to put him out earlier, but that's on us as a defense. We've got to play harder late in the game. I don't know if guys were tired or whatnot, but it was a little unacceptable at the end. But I would say overall, we as a defense, I think they were better this week.
What did Charleston Southern do well, especially near the end?
I thought that quarterback did well, scrambling and getting his receivers open, especially when he got outside the pocket. But yeah, they did that pretty well. Completed some deep balls. Maybe we can hurry up and catch us a little bit off guard, but we just got to do better.
Thank you. Bryson, Jeremy from Impact Media, congratulations on the win. Actually, outside of it being such a close score, the defense actually had a pretty good day, and obviously you had a pretty good day as well. Is that style of quarterback just something that you guys have issues with, or did he do something that you guys just hadn't seen before?
No, we'll probably see a couple more quarterbacks like him throughout the year. We need to do a better job of containing him, not letting him get outside the pocket. He had a lot of big runs on us. We just gotta fill our gaps. I would say a lot of times when you see a run like that, it's just guys didn't fit the gaps right. but we just gotta play our kind of ball. Everyone fit their assignments, do their job, and that shouldn't happen.
Anything else for Bryson?
Yes. So when y'all are on defense, or when they're y'all on offense, you might have a long break because slow and steady drives are kind of y'all's thing. But there are big plays, and Jonathan Murphy had a lot of them, 27 yards per completion. What's the reaction to something unexpected like that, where the long passing plays while you watch?
Yeah, I think that goes back to him kind of scrambling, having too much time in the pocket, getting outside, and guys on his end, his receiver getting open. We just got to get to the quarterback earlier and stay in coverage when things like that happen.
Last thing, before, or you being one of the leaders of this team, what do you guys use from this game going forward? And then also, what did you tell your teammates after this game to kind of keep everybody on the up and up?
Yeah, we're hoping to get better each and every week. So, like I said, I think we had a better game this week than a couple weeks ago against Shoulder, and hopefully we can continue that moving forward. We just got to continue to play hard, play with championship effort, and start playing our standard.
All right, thanks, Bryson. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll start with opening comments from Coach and then open up for questions.
Well, it's great. It's great to be 2-0. It was a grind 'em out conference game of 2021 spring football. But I was proud of our guys. There was some ebb and flow in that game. There are a lot of football games, a lot of adversity. We found a way to respond. I think the 2 block kicks were huge. I think the one right before half was really big, at least from a momentum standpoint. I thought that was really big in the game. Special teams played a huge factor as far as that goes. So I'm proud of our guys. I do think we made some improvement from game 1 to game 2. I think we still got a long ways to go to be what we want to be. But as I've said before, I'm proud of them and excited the fact that we're 2-0 and we can have these discussions about the things maybe we need to do better. But having a chance to be 2-0 right now is a pretty big deal. So I'm proud of our guys, proud of our staff. Win is not easy, guys. It's not. And in spring football 21, way harder than it ever has been. So by no means we're in an excuse-free zone, but a win's a win. We'll learn from it, build on it, and hopefully continue to get better. I'll open the floor for questions.
My internet, I think, is unstable, but so I'm curious. Jonathan Murphy had a lot of yards, per completion, 27 yards per completion. I'm curious, do you care? I'm guessing the answer, but whether or not the big plays come from rushing plays or from passing plays?
No, we definitely need to hit some big plays. We're not at a point right now, where we can go grind out things like we'd like to. We're going to have to hit some chunk plays, things we got to work on, and whether it's throwing it or find a way to get a slot loose or the quarterback loose or whomever, to hit some chunk plays, because we're just not at a point to go grind it out, drive after drive, going 70 yards or whatever it is. That one drive we had, I think it was either 2 or 3 4th downs. I was old school, grind them out, you know what I mean? And so any way we can get some chunk plays, that's something we're going to work on. We've known that. It's just, we weren't able to do that a bunch today outside the pass game. And we knew we could hit some pass stuff. It's just sometimes there were some things that we couldn't get it done. But when we did, you could tell it was usually pretty good.
Why do you think you don't have the same tendency to grind them out as in the previous years?
I don't know. Every team's a little different. I think we're still growing a little bit in some areas. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look. They did a nice job of putting those guys in there, and they were shooting the gaps and creating a lot of penetration. And we got to be a little more consistent at what we're doing and maintaining blocks and getting a little more surge at the line of scrimmage. You know, everything's kind of getting stalemated at the line of scrimmage. We got to get some push and create some space to go to work. And that's something definitely we gotta continue to work on.
Coach Jeremy from Impact Media, congratulations on the win. And did the fact you were saying that you guys are not at a point where you can grind out big drives like normal, did that lead to putting Jonathan Murphy in the game when you did?
No, that was already, I mean, we kind of planned on playing both guys. You know, we did it last week, 2 weeks ago. We planned on playing both of them, and Murphy kind of got a little hot hand, and so we let him go a little bit. And that was it. I mean, it was, he kind of got the hot hand and was making some plays and moving the ball a little bit. So, and Tommy was out part of the game, like out. And, he had gotten, I don't know exactly what happened, but he was out, like couldn't play. And so, he finally got back where he could play late in the game, but he was out part of the game. We feel good about both those guys at quarterback, and I think, you're going to see both of them play.
Coach, this is Brian Jones from KSU Owl Sports. Jack Chambers, the Charleston Southern quarterback, had a pretty productive day. Did you expect him to perform as well as he did?
I mean, the guy's a really good player, and I'm gonna tell you what, when he gets loose, he's dangerous. Not just because he can run, but what he does with his eyes down the field. He'll step up in the pocket, he'll find somebody down the field. He did it to us last year, or 2019. I think say last year, 2019. Same thing happened. I mean, he's just really good at what he does, and we knew that going in. I thought we did a good job early, and I thought that the game went on a little bit. He got loose and was finding some guys with him. But he's done a good job of that. He's a good player, and he can run. So some of the stuff they were doing, it's good stuff.
Anything else for Coach?
How did you interpret the last bit of the first half when Foster fired the ball himself?
Yeah, well, first of all, our kids are taught to hand the ball to the officials, so that's the first thing that's going to happen. Then you had all this minutia of the ball being down, the clock running. We're trying to get a clock where we can split the ball, and then the thing gets respotted, and it just was a little bit of a mess. But the first thing, we got to hand the ball to the official, and that's what we're coached to do. And if you do that, they get it spotted. Maybe we can get it where we can try to get one more play, because that was the goal, to try to get one more play. We didn't have any timeouts, and maybe try to get in the end zone, right? But it just, and listen, man, those officials, they're good guys. We talked about it, like, I'm fired up. I mean, I'm passionate about the game. And we talked afterwards, and it's like, we shouldn't have, probably could have been handled better in a lot of areas, but we shouldn't have handled it. We shouldn't have spotted the ball. If we'd have handled the ball official, I think a lot of that would have been alleviated.
Anything else?
Hey, Coach, it's Adam with the Marietta Daily Journal.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, I'm sorry I came in late, so I kind of missed the first part of it. I just wanted to ask about Jonathan Murphy. Just you just talked about what impressed you most about Jonathan Murphy and coming in as quarterback today.
Well, I mean, we since you go back to 19 when Murph came in at Wofford, and then he went to Weber State, in the playoffs. Murph's very, very talented. And he was still learning how to do everything, and still is. But we had planned on playing both quarterbacks, so it wasn't like. And then Murph got a little bit of a hot hand. Tommy was out. I think Tommy got sick during the game, and so Murph stayed in and played. I thought he's tough. He's a really good runner. He's a really good thrower, believe it or not. We just weren't able to do it all the time. But he's really good at that. So it's good to have Murph and Tommy both. I mean, that's a really good situation for us. But I thought Murphy came in and did some really good things running the ball. He had to make a lot of people miss because we weren't able to maintain blocks long enough at times, and he was having to make a lot of people miss. And he was grinding out some tough runs and moving the pile a little bit at times too, which I thought was positive. So I thought he did some really good things today.
Are you kind of undecided on the starter at quarterback?
No, not right now. Right now Tommy's a starter. Murph's going to play. They're both going to play. They're both great kids. They don't worry about it. They know they're both going to play, and we just let it play out. We're not going to make it one way or the other. They're both great kids and really good players, and we're lucky to have both of them.
And how big was this win? Did did the 2 weeks of work help? Did y'all feel y'all were more focused on this game?
I do. We definitely made some improvements. I mean, listen, spring 21, I don't care on a Saturday. You're going to have to be dialed in and ready to play. It doesn't matter. It's just is what it is. And we're going to have to go back to work and get dialed in for the next one because it's going to be the same thing. I was going to go ahead and tell you, it's going to be every week. It's go grind it out, control the controllables, don't beat yourself, and find a way to get a W and move to the next weekend. It just go watch any games on a weekend, and that's just where you're at right now. So we did make a lot of improvement. I think defensively, we held them in check for a while. They got some things late in the game, to make it a little closer. I think we gotta find a way offensively to get some more surge up front, maintain blocks a little bit better, and find a way to get some chunk plays. So you're not, having 3 and 4 fourth downs on the drive, you're trying to grind it out, which we may have to do some, that's all right. But finding a way to get some chunk plays and get some of our skill guys in space where they can make some things happen.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.
All right, appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here.